Hello, all. It's Darlene. I hope you're having a good day or good evening or whenever I should catch you. So, this extremely exciting video kind of picks up from yesterday. Yesterday, I was talking about the $10,000 profit guarantee and how that's not likely going to happen. That's not going to happen ever. How they twisted that around under their refund policy and made everything in the sales video about it a lie, saying that this is why you're not going to get it. Now, yesterday, but I didn't talk about the refund policy part of it. And so tonight I'm going to address that and also catch up on something that I mentioned last night as well. Remember last night, if you listened to last night's, I mentioned that you would have to sign, that on the video it said that you would have to sign a legal agreement that promised you that $10,000 profit guarantee, but that I didn't think that anybody was signing it or had to sign a contract like that. And no, I've had confirmation now. Nobody has to sign a contract, or nobody got to sign a contract, whichever way you might want to look at it. So all that BS about there being that $10,000 profit guarantee and you're even going to get this contract to sign and, we'll stipulate that in writing. What's that all about? Well, I can tell you, it's about nothing. So yesterday I covered the bottom third of this. I didn't cover that big, huge block of wording, that huge paragraph at the top 2/3 there, but to qualify for the additional 10K, that I covered that. And that's that $10,000 guarantee that is impossible to get. So today, let's look at the refund policy, because that is such a mess and it is further proof of fraud. And it would be of special interest for those that are thinking of actually going into a contract with these people. And also for those of you that are really, really needing to get a refund to get out of there, or not a refund, but it's a chargeback, because they're not going to ever give you a refund. And I'm going to show you why now and how this is actually happening to people even as we speak. So I'm just going to choke up on that big paragraph there and show you a few different things about it. So don't try to read the whole thing through all at once. I'm going to be taking it bit by bit, but I'm going to be jumping around a bit because, well, heck, that whole paragraph jumps around a whole lot. So to be able to actually pick out the important parts, it's hard to see for anybody unless you've read it about 15 times, which, I think that I'm up to at least that now. So here we go. So keep in mind here that FTC regulations state, and I know we're not all in the United States, and nor are we all bound by the FTC, but it's a pretty good rule of thumb, and then you really should check it out in your own jurisdiction. But really, it's a matter of truth in advertising, for one thing. But the FTC has regulations on if you're going to have a refund policy, and they don't say that you have to, actually, and this is a thing for the United States and Canada, but is not applicable in many other places in the world, that you don't need to have a refund policy. But if you do, it should be clear. It should be in clear English. It shouldn't be in legalese. It shouldn't be confusing or misleading. It shouldn't be any of those things. It should be, clear and concise to clear up anything in the sales materials, but not to obfuscate them, not to hide them. Okay? So I'm just going to pick off, first of all, the easy one, but this makes the whole thing confusing, although it's not a serious threat. So first of all, let's look at where I have here highlighted. So it's talking about the 7-figure accelerator, yada, yada, yada. And then it goes on to, and it says that there's going to be a 30-day refund. Great. And then it goes on to the 7-figure transformation is a do-it-with-you implementation program. Do not join if you plan to come in and get information, then refund. What? So what is this 7-figure transformation? What has it got to do with it? Is it saying do not join if you plan to come and get information? Is it joining that? Or is it the 7-figure accelerator? Or is the 7-figure transformation, is that maybe a previous name of the 7-figure accelerator? I don't know. Does anybody know? And then you go further down where the next yellow highlighted bit is, and it says there's a strict zero refund policy on our 7-figure multiplier add-on. Since we're giving you the entire online business to you on a silver platter, once you have it, we cannot take it back. Again, what's that? And seriously, if any of you know, please do let me know in the comments, or, as always, my Telegram contact information is in the bottom of the description. Give me a holler. I'd love to know. So why are they giving us all these program names? It's just to create confusion, right? And so, like, if you've never gone into a program like this, if you're totally new and you're seeing all these terms, I know what I've done in the past is I've just thought, well, I'll figure it out when I get there. And, how bad could it be? Because, he said right there that there was a profit guarantee. And here it's saying that there's going to be a refund. Why would I doubt that? Well, as we're finding out now, when dealing with people like Philip Johansson, there's plenty of reason that you need to look really hard at this. I'm really so disappointed in this man. Anyways, next item on the list. So if you do ask for a refund, here's what they're going to hit you with. Well, first of all, let's look at these new parts or these other parts of the refund policy. Due to and this is so weirdly worded, this first bit, but I'll explain it to you. Due to the nature of our business and the accessibility of our products immediately upon purchase, there is a generous 30 days full refund policy. And then it says, do not join if you plan to come in and get information and then refund, because we have expenses. Okay. That's BS for a couple different reasons, and I'll tell you about it. Okay, they have expenses. So, okay, let's say I join, on, some day one, evening one, let's say, and I am so keen, and so I, jump in there and read a whole, listen to the videos and, go through some stuff, and then I find out, oh my God, this isn't something I want. This isn't what I wanted. For whatever reason, this isn't what I wanted. And I'd seen that there is this refund policy. So, why wouldn't I expect to be able to go straight back and say, sorry, yeah, I don't want to do it. They didn't have any expenses for me to go in there, have a look around, and then take off. They had no expenses. So that is not an excuse, okay? And plus, if they're going to use an excuse, why say there's a 30-day, full refund policy? A 30 days full refund policy? Good grief. The language in this is like, it's like it was written by that Danielle person from support. Good grief. Anyways. And then they use the same wording, this stuff up here, due to the nature of our business and the accessibility of our products immediately on purchase. They use those words. If you try to get a refund, they will use those words and say, because you get the entire course dropped on you right away, they're not going to give you a refund, because you could easily be one of these scammers that go in there, come into the course, record the entire thing, and then ask for a refund, and then poof, they're gone, and then they'll sell it for cheap or something like that. Well, is that a genuine concern? Let's have a look. You see, going through any course like this, you see exactly on the left-hand side what you get. Any video that you watch or any section that you've covered will have a little check mark beside it. The ones you haven't looked at have no check mark. So they can see how much you've gone through. And yeah, I would say if someone came back to me and asked me for a refund from this course and I saw that they'd been through absolutely everything, yeah, no way would they get a refund. No way, Jose. What if they just, though, gone through, say, these 1, 2, 3, 4 that are checked off here? They haven't really gotten into any of the meat of it. They don't really know anything about it. So why wouldn't you give them their money back? Well, they use this wording here to say that because you get it right away, we're not going to give you that 30-day refund. Yet they're using the exact same wording here to say there is a generous 30-day full refund policy. Like, which is it? This is so contradictory. You can't possibly be expected to figure out all the ins and outs of it, and what exactly do you have coming to you? And that's precisely why they're doing this. All of these little things to make sure that you're good and confused, and especially if you know nothing about the program, you wouldn't know what I'm telling you right now. You wouldn't be able to figure that out. So here's another catch-22. Here it says, once you've filled out the form to set up your funnel, my team will begin working on your funnel and business, and you will no longer be eligible for a refund. Okay, that almost sounds reasonable because they're starting to work on it. However, you got to realize that form that you fill out, it's like you get some welcome videos. Here's how the thing is set up kind of videos, just, like maybe 6 of them. And then bang, fill out this form and here's how you do it. And let me walk you through it and do it now so that our team can get working on it. So it's one of the very first things you have to do. Like before you really know much of anything at all, you fill out that form. And yet as soon as you have, then you're not eligible for a refund. Yet, if you haven't filled out that form and you then ask for a refund, it says, well, you can't. So we require you to complete all the sessions, get involved with our community, build out your pages, and drive traffic. If you have done so and can provide evidence of the work you have done and laid out in the program and still don't feel like you got your money's worth, then we are happy to give you a refund within the 30-day period. Excuse me? To have done any of that, you would have had to have filled out that damn form. So, if you fill out the form, you can't get a refund. But in order to get a refund, you got to fill out that form and do all that other stuff. Pardon? Like what poor schmuck, reading through this without knowing anything about the program, could possibly know what kind of a trap that is? And it's basically Philip Johansson's way of giving you the middle finger and saying, yeah, you're not getting a refund, and keep reading below. You're not going to get that $10,000 profit guarantee either. My God, no wonder I'm starting to get a real dislike on for these big marketers that all do the same. Because you know what? Jonah Armstrong did it in the Infinity system. What's his name from Legendary Marketer? Dave Sharp. He's got the same kind of weird, these same kind of contradictory terms in his refund policy. Same with Millionaires, MCS, Millionaires Challenge system, and John Crestani's super affiliate system. All these really big ticket items, they've all got these things in there that will make it so that you cannot get a refund. And if they go above and beyond and offer some kind of idiotic, we're going to guarantee $10,000 if you don't, that is going to be completely impossible to get. So don't even think about it. Okay? So, and if anybody thinks that Philip didn't know full well what he was doing when he put this together, or had Danielle put it together, he knew precisely what he was doing. And this was his plan from the very beginning. Don't think that it wasn't, because you know what? I've seen this wording before. I have to dig it out yet. But it was when I was researching either MCS or super affiliate system. One of those two, you had downloadable stuff, legal stuff that you could get if you were selling their system. And he did really, really well in their system as well. And I forget which one it was, but I'm going to find it and I'll let you know. That'll be next week. But yeah, this is where he's just cobbled it together from bits and pieces of stuff that he inherited from there. And he's done this, or had his people do it. He never had any intention of ever refunding, or God forbid, giving you a $10,000 money back guarantee or whatever. He never was going to do that. And people are just being sucked into this. And that's what drives me nuts. And I mean, this is so clearly fraud. And surely the banks will see, banks, credit cards, financial institutions. I mean, really, I don't know. I mean, this is so blatantly misleading to give you that sense of, yeah, there's a refund. It gives him that veneer of legitimacy. And his business isn't legitimate. He wants to sound like he's all good and above board, but look at what really lies beneath. Anyways, as I said, my you can get a hold of me on Telegram. My link is in the description. Also, if you're finding this to be at all useful, hey, send me a cup of coffee. I could really use it. Also, give me a like and a subscribe. Could really use those subscribers. So I hope that this really did help you, and you take care. And oh, one last thing. If you're ever going to buy a big product like this online, pay through PayPal, okay? They have some of the best ways for you to be able to get your money back when you get screwed over like this than anybody. Way better than credit cards or banks. So, yeah, that's my final parting word. Anyways, you have a good one. Take it easy. Darlene out.